Hello, everyone. All right, I'm back. I hope you're in there now. All right, everybody. So we're gonna look at some TikTok videos. We're gonna just see what's going on with the TikTok. We're gonna, look at some reaction. We're building on it. This is for entertainment purposes only. So you all, let me know what's going on. How do you all feel with these TikToks? So I'm gonna share my screen, and we're gonna get started. All right. Let's get going here. I'll be on tomorrow with the zodiac signs. And by the time I got on, I seen one person come in, and then by that time I had already changed it to go out. So we're gonna look at some TikTok videos. Let's get started, shall we? All right, y'all. And amigos míos and enormes et enorme pidiere, and amigos míos and enormes et enorme pidiere, and amigos míos and enormes et enorme pidiere. All right, y'all. Dinka Allah Al Shadain Hekamo. All right, y'all. Also, this is the month of Iyah. Iyah. All right. Okay, y'all. Ani Hashim Professor. Ani Professor. Also, y'all, Adi, uh, pardon me, Ani Adoni Professor. Okay, Hudish Z. All right, Broha. All right, y'all. You're like, what is she talking about? I tell you. Uh, I put this up last time, y'all. I shared with my camera. I was doing my videos, right? So I'm doing my videos on. So I have it on Facebook, Twitter, and yeah, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. I got, oh my goodness, I received all of these people talking about inbox me. Oh, inbox me. I have a message from the ancestors. Oh, it was so funny to me. I'm gonna be up here trying to give you all your astrology. I received 7 people from Facebook talking about inbox me. I have a message from the ancestors. Where I reside at now. I have 2 drawers, maybe 2.5 drawers. That's like the Botanica. And also I keep my crystals and other type of stuff. I can read my own self, but these people they all want to give me a reading. I was like, I already been in groups that's the best of the best. So these people, that's I appreciate it. I'm grateful, gratitude to you all, but thank you, but no thank you. I've been in top notch groups, very good. With the Kasha Records, you can follow them on Facebook. They're very great. Also, um, Rare Bird Medicine. Um, my spiritual teacher there is a Sagittarius. Plus, on top of that, she's Irish, like one of my children. Also, but this one is about TikTok. What else are we talking about? I've been in so many spiritual groups. I didn't hear the regression with Q Reeves. um, I'd have been hypnotized. I'd have been y'all. Anyhow, I'm over here talking about TikTok, but I was just letting it go in. They say, "Hey, inbox me. I want to give you a reading." Oh, my group is on TikTok. Now I can get on TikTok now. It's real late at night, but I'm not gonna get on. I'm not. I'll just wait till tomorrow and do all at once tomorrow at 6:45. I'll go over some tarot card readings and I'll be on the TikTok at the same time. That way, you know. So anyhow, we're gonna do some TikTok today. Let's get started, y'all. So let's get started. Y'all tell me what y'all thinking and what's going on. I appreciate you all going through the process with me at this time because I'm going through the processes with my teeth. Okay. So anyhow, but I'm still here to deliver the message until I get everything done. But anyhow, I'm still here, y'all. Don't stop. Oh, last night. I can't think of you were so. Anyway, I can't think of that song. It don't stop, won't stop, don't stop. I can't think of the song now. Anyhow, y'all, let's get going on with the TikTok. Let's go. Let's go. So I'm gonna share my screen and we're gonna see what do y'all think of the TikTok. Let's go. We're gonna get started. Mhm.
I just pour some cold water on top of it to give it that little bit hint of apple juice. You feel me? So it's apple juice, nigga. But hopefully y'all having a good night.
Dre.
Hopefully y'all been
Dre
spreading good vibes.
OG.
People out here in the world
Y'all
cooking
can
up folks
follow
with,
him yourself.
people
He's
find a
very
reason to wake
great.
up mad every day. We the different makers out here. But look, let's get into this video. Let's see those fire emojis. Where everybody watching from? You said Diddy cut me off? Yeah, it was right when I was saying no Diddy. Bink?
Okay, y'all, let's go. Okay.
Yeah, let's get it.
Imagine, I understand that. Not all can understand this, but this is going on till today. In the end, because I can give you all the details about everything I did in this world, like indirectly I was killing people.
Oh my goodness, not internet. Here we go. This internet on my side, y'all. Moving kind of slow, but we're gonna go. It's gonna work.
People, like you are in a stealth bomber, dropping bombs. I did this financial wise as missions, like destroying temporary the economy of Italian. And then later on, when you are in the financial market, you listen to the people who were involved and they have a big laugh because some people were killing themselves because their companies were destroyed and they left behind women with children. And we have only a laugh about it. We joined it. That's the world I come out. My turning point
How you laugh about something like that, destroying somebody's life? Like that shit's crazy, ain't it? That's a crazy mentality to have, right?
was that I was so good in everything I did with my team that I was, in their opinion, ready for the last stage to be invited and sacrifice.
It's late here. I don't understand why. Maybe a lot of people using internet. I don't know. Okay, internet, be good. Be good to us. Be good to us tonight, internet. It's
Of children. That hits me. That was really going through my bunker. I couldn't handle it. It was hitting me like hell. I didn't go
Yeah,
there
appreciate
and I start to malfunction. And my whole career falls.
Don't find no humanity now. Nigga, you already done picked your side. When you pick a side, you gotta stay on there like that. When you against all of us, bro, on something like that, picking the selfish route, I don't. For me, it ain't no double backing. You can be one of us, bro. Like, nah, you can't be redeemed.
Tell everyone at home that's watching this right now, and I'm sitting in my nation's capital now, and I'm telling you from my experience, the people that you elect to run your country are puppets. They are not the true wielders of power. Donald Trump likes to call this the deep state. And I'm going to tell you now that the deep state is alive and well in Australia. And it is alive and well in the UK. Of course, it's alive and well in the United States. We're all seeing that play out right now.
I have a friend who has spent a lot of time with super, super powerful people. And he told me about a meeting that he had with one individual in particular who spoke about being an apex predator. He said that apex predators don't care about prey. And even though the prey that he was referring to is still his own species, it was really haunting, the story, the way that was told to me, because you had someone who not only had the motivation to be able to go and enact whatever nefarious, malicious plan, but also had the actual resources to be able to go and do it. Right? Those two things together they're scary, and that was something that really opened my eyes. I'm very non-conspiratorial in the way that I think. I always lean toward, do not attribute to malice that which can be explained by stupidity. Do not attribute to coordination that which can be explained by coincidence. And yet, the more that I read and the more that I learn about things, the more there seems to be there, right?
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. I love you, Richard Mill. What do you do for a living? It's for Outer Watch Show.
Hey,
The same here. What you asking me what I do? Not your business. It's like I had a problem with that for a long while. People asked me, "Oh," but they never knew. They didn't know anyway. I'm not sure.
The more
hey, but look, hey, check them out though. Rewatch that shit. Look at the disgust on their face. Now, how dare you,
Ask
with your broke ass breath, speak in my presence with my fucking $400,000 watch on right here? Like, this is nothing. I know this can change your life, but this is nothing to us. Peasant. This is crazy, man. But look, I think she was more. I think they was probably scared.
there seems to be there, right?
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. I love you, Richard Mill. What do you do for a living? It's for Outer Watch Show.
You know why you can't fucking pay your bills right now? Why your shit is tight? Because these people stole the economy from you. And it's also that nobody can have any power. Like, bro, look how they tax us. They tax us with all this shit, but yet they print as much money as they need. So they take half of your money and then they print whatever else they need.
It's a heist.
The rest of the money that you have. You see that?
Right.
But most people don't understand how that works. So they're not up in arms about it. If most people understood that these people are taxing us, and by the way, we're all taxed. When we add it all up, it equal or more than half of our income. When we consider sales tax, the cost of ownership, a property tax, fucking tax when you buy shit, tax when you sell shit, income tax. Most people only think about income tax. But when you add it all together, you're paying over 50%, which means you're a slave to the government, okay? And then the money you're left with, they are printing trillions of dollars on the backside, which means the money you get to keep isn't worth as much. And most people don't understand this basic reality of economics. And because they don't, they're all-
As if America couldn't get any worse. As you can see here, the Supreme Court supposedly effectively abolished the right to mass protest in 3 different U.S. states. It's no longer safe to organize a protest in Louisiana, Mississippi, or Texas, and I'll let you know everything you need to know about this. The Supreme Court announced on Monday that it would not hear McKesson versus Doe. The decision not to hear McKesson leaves in place a lower court decision that effectively eliminated the right to organize a mass protest in the states of Louisiana, Mississippi, and Texas. Under that lower court decision, a protest organizer faces potentially ruinous financial consequences if a single attendee at a mass protest commits an illegal act.
Blue Virgo, appreciate you. Check this out though.
They
Check
take
this out.
you
Do y'all
too
see
much
the
space.
direction that's going is? You know, you can get caught up in entertainment. I showed that earlier, you know, with the music stuff. I did a music reaction. I stepped back and did one of those. It was amazing. But we always got to keep our eye on to like what's really, really affecting us. Not that other stuff. That's entertainment. This right here, bro, like you gotta think the money system is fucking failing and they're trying to redo it. They're trying to stop people from being able to get together and, you know, voice their amendment rights. Your amendment rights are being fucking stepped on, and it just seems like nobody's paying attention to that because
This is why I tell you all to get
they
on my
took something
team.
from you. They say you can't go up
Paperwork.
in arms, but you can actually fight stuff like this.
So basically, they're telling you they want to keep you in order, all while violating your very amendments. The court recently reaffirmed the strong First Amendment protections enjoyed by people like McKesson and Counterman versus Colorado. Supposedly, that decision held that the First Amendment precludes punishment for inciting violent action unless the speaker's words were intended, not just likely, to produce imminent disorder. As if it ever wasn't obvious, no one who organizes a mass event attended by thousands of people can possibly control the actions of all those attendees, regardless of whether the event is a political protest, a music concert, or the Super Bowl. So does that mean we can't have mass parades now? I swear, government officials are just walking contradictions at this point. But look at this, people. So if protest organizers can be sanctioned for the illegal action of any protest attendee, no one in their right mind would ever organize a political protest again. Right before the election, people, it's pretty obvious what's happening here. And I'm telling you honestly right now, if Biden receives a second term, our entire country is ruined. As if it wasn't already sold to the highest bidder anyway.
I don't know how they're gonna put him on life support the whole time he's in office. Like, what's gonna happen with that?
People are in for a rude awakening in America. And the only reason that Americans don't think that's actually realistic is because all of you rely on mainstream news and media to paint this image of truth for you, thus not allowing yourself to actually form an opinion for yourself in the first place. Americans rely on the central government for every single supposed necessity that they require. What's that sound like to you? Because do keep in mind, this beautiful green realm around us should be free to explore in the first place. But you gotta love capitalism and becoming mindless consumers, right? We give in to every single decision that they make for us because none of you feel as if you have a voice of your own. It's pathetic. It's pitiful. And it does nothing for humanity moving forward. But look at this. The nation's highest court decided Monday not to hear McKesson versus Doe, okay? Leaving in place a decision by the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals that punishes protest organizers with extreme financial consequences if even one participant commits an illegal act. The decision which...
Extreme financial what? Like, Nick, we broke. What else you gonna take? You can't take nothing from us.
Now stands as law in Texas, Mississippi, and Louisiana, makes it dangerous and practically impossible to organize mass protests. As if Texas doesn't already have enough issues with the U.S.
What are they gonna take next? They gonna take our pockets? Just take our pockets. Fuck it.
U.S. government. Has anybody seen the recent movie Civil War? Because God, it sounds pretty damn similar. If you think you are free living in America, you are absolutely wrong. But I'll tell you who is. The over 10 million undocumented migrants that have crossed the border since 6 months ago from 25 different nations, people, with seemingly only 5% of those individuals being families. Which doesn't really mean anything because they're all left out in the streets anyway.
Yeah,
but I want you to think about this, okay? If you give somebody a certain amount of money that they've never actually had before, you think they'll voluntarily become a line of defense for the people who gave them that money? Think about it for a minute, okay? And then look at the 15-minute cities and you tell me what that sounds like. It's really not hard to put 2 and 2 together, people. And if you're going to vote this year, actually do it right for once.
Let me explain to you how the system works. So the first thing is they want us to be in jobs, JOBs, because there they can transduce our most valuable resource, which is our time on the planet, our effort, but our time on the planet. They can take that non-renewable resource, by the way, and transduce it into a debt instrument, Federal Reserve notes, things worth, they're not actually worth nothing. They're actually debt instruments. They're IOUs. And the rate of exchange for our time is so low, such that they can make a great deal of profit off of leveraging our time so that the companies make money and we make very little for what our time is really worth. Then do they pay you your full measure? No, they take half of it out as withholding on taxes that are unconstitutionally levied against us to take away even more of that labor transduced into worthless units, only to return it over a year later after inflation has made it even less valuable. Then we spend what's left and have to pay an additional sales tax, 7 to 8, 9, 10%. And one of my favorites is that even before we get those dollars, they take our money and put it aside for a retirement in an IRA or a 401k. And we think that someday in the future, the IRS will honor its word and that we'll get that money back without tax. And the IRS has stated plainly.
I said job just over broke. Yes.
That they'll change those rules
Absolutely.
on a whim, even though they said they can't be changed. Even if they
I'll take that just over broke, please.
did honor their word, by the time you get it back, it won't have even made up the value that inflation was degrading it in the first place, and you've lost money. You might as well have just taken the tax hit. And then the pièce de résistance is that media cons us into thinking that we can have the riches of avarice by putting what's left of our money, after all the expenses and taxes, into a market that is designed to take our money and recycle it. And the best part about that is that we can't really deduct those losses more than $3,000 a year. And we will take up to 40% tax hit on the capital gains. Oh yes, and the more money you make, the more it's taxed. Does this seem like a fair system to you?
Hey, do y'all not find it weird that a country with $35 trillion in debt is the one that's giving us a credit score? Make it make sense.
Ladies and gentlemen, the car market has officially crashed. Tens of millions of Americans and Canadians alike are giving back their keys and their car note back to the dealers. There are huge reputable dealerships that are closing down because it is costing them more money to keep the dealership open than close, y'all. This shit is literally over. Check it out.
My truck is $85,000. This truck is
Hey, I see that. Hey, Sean, look, I feel you.
$90,000. And I'm a used car dealer. And here at these car auctions, we're seeing auto loan delinquencies and repossessions spike.
So guys, John here, tens of millions of Americans are opting out of car ownership, giving the keys back to the lender. They can no longer afford these payments.
Americans now falling behind on their car payments.
The average monthly payment for a new vehicle right now is $750.
Oh no, $47,000 for this little unit.
Where are they gonna put them? Where? There's nowhere. No empty spaces. It is full to the brim.
And look, $85,000. That's getting out of hand.
And the consumer right now, with everything costing so much.
Hey, how much y'all paying for y'all cars right now? Let me know. Let me see in the chat. How much y'all paying for y'all car payments?
They are not able to keep up with their payments. So what happens? They lose their cars.
These are the places that you're not going to hear about on the mainstream media, but are just completely going out of business. And by default, those people lose their jobs.
And if you're wanting to buy one of these big SUVs or nice trucks right now, it's not going to be anywhere close to $750 a month. You're going to have to pay way more than that.
$118,000, folks. 118 grand. Wow.
700.
No words. Clearly, the market is broken.
This truck right here is $96,000. So check this out. This is a full row of $80,000 and $90,000 F-150s.
That is getting out of hand.
There are so many auto loan delinquents.
That's crazy for F-150 though. Period though. Like I ain't gonna. I couldn't even do it. Somebody said 8,000. What nigga? What do you drive? An airplane? You fly a plane? What y'all doing? Where's you doing? Let me know.
Y'all, I enjoy this.
Somebody said what?
In the system right now that there are not enough tow truck drivers to service all of these lending institutions to get their cars back. And repossessed cars are the worst of the worst. They're dirty. They're nasty. They have parts falling off of them because the consumer knows if they're going to lose their car, why take care of it?
And I personally think we're going to walk into the biggest auto loan and auto market crisis we've ever before seen.
The other big thing I'm noticing at the moment
if you're that's outside. That's crazy.
Is just seeing big dealerships disappearing. As soon as the values of cars came down, there just isn't the money left there anymore, and they're all defaulting and having to go through a bankruptcy.
So prices are so high that consumers are having to push out their loans to 72, 84 months to even be able to afford any of these vehicles.
But look, this is a Wrangler 4-door.
Y'all said that, man. You thought that's LeBron James. Anything.
Sport 4x4, $66,000. That's absolutely lunacy. Clearly, the whole Canadian market is upside down. Vehicles are not selling. There's way too much inventory.
Ford Mavericks that you couldn't find anywhere. Look behind me.
Shout out to all the people that said zero, though. Y'all the real winners. I got a car payment right now. I'm not winning shit. I'm actually holding an L. You feel me? We're gonna skip that car shit though, because we already know what that's coming to, along with the the housing market. We know exactly where this is going.
Mm-hmm. Y'all let me know where y'all watching from and leave a like, share, and tell me if you like these videos, these TikTok videos. And I'm not monetized yet, so you all can make a donation, cash app,
Exactly what they're
PayPal.
talking about, and literally this thing is over. People barely have enough money to feed their family or for emergencies.
Oh, y'all didn't know? World hunger been solved. Meet Fritz. And you see, the world back then was having a problem. They were running out of food fast. I want you to listen closely. Humans plant stuff, but if they plant stuff in the same place, the plant will be weaker. And the next plant after that gets weaker, and so on and so forth. And that's because of this stupid little thing called nitrogen. And the world was running out of it. South America, the main producer of nitrogen, basically closed its ports, told the world, hey, it's me or you, brother. Now, humans been predicted this shortage. Imagine your whole livelihood basically depending on a compound. They've been trying to figure out better ways to get nitrogen for decades. Fritz figured it out. See, the crazy part about all this is,
hey, some of y'all got the right idea. You know, while everybody else start to lose their shit, you're gonna be the people that's gonna be stepping into wealth when you start buying all that shit for $5.15 and a pack of Skittles.
nitrogen is all around us. It's in the air you breathe. Fritz said, let me just put it out the air. They said, Fritz, you're a madman. He said, don't call me by my name. Call me what I do. Aha, he saved the world. But not quite. See, you know humans. What do humans do when they have an abundance of things? They hoard it. So back then, the problem was there wasn't enough food. Now the problem is, I want to keep it all for myself. Sure, it's a lot more complicated than that. But let's get back to the topic at hand. It took millions of years for Earth to get to 1.5 billion people. After Fritz's invention, the world gets to 8 billion in just 100 years. Half the people watching this video probably wouldn't have been born today without Fritz. But it never just stops there, huh? Oh, I forgot to tell you, Fritz is German. So was Albert Einstein, one of his closest friends, but they were a little bit different. When World War I happened, Albert Einstein said, nah, I don't want to be in it. Fritz said, I love my country and I would love to be in it. He's also known by another name, the father of chemical warfare. He invented something called chlorine gas. Chlorine gas was very useful in getting people out of these things called trenches. Fun fact. That's why tanks were invented too, so your soldiers could hide behind the tank while you... Anyway, the way the gas people was so violent, everyone began to protest, including Fritz's own wife. He told her that the faster Germany can win with this, the more lives will be saved. She said, bet. As soon as he used that chlorine gas, she herself with his. But that only made things worse. He became consumed in his work. He created better and better ways for the gas to be used. He was promoted to a high rank in the military, but Germany still lost. World War II happens. He says, bet, let's get it popping. They say, bet, you're fired. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you another thing. He was Jewish. They said, thank you for all you've done, get out of our country. He gets exiled. His son also gets exiled. His son's wife passes, so his son himself. His daughter spent her whole life trying to create an antidote for the chlorine gas that her father created. They told his daughter her research will be put aside for the creation of an atom bomb. His daughter herself. The new Germans take an invention of his, use it in certain camps, and his extended family gets... As he's in exile, he has a heart attack. So what did we learn? Well, the answer is...
States that 2 out of 3 dark-eyed star children go bad, and the Earth, unfortunately, is about to rid itself of them.
A lot of people take sick with something, and they go to the doctor. The doctor don't know what it is.
She said that the principle of why 2 out of 3 dark-eyed star children will be removed from Earth can be seen here. In Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, there were these 3 brothers who cheated Death. Death then tells each of the brothers, because they outwitted her, she'd grant each one of them a request.
The oldest asked for a wand more powerful than any in existence. The second brother decided he wanted to humiliate Death even further and asked for the power to recall loved ones from the grave. So Death plucked a stone. Death turned to the third brother, a humble man. He asked for something that would allow him to go forth from that place without being followed by Death. And so it was that Death reluctantly handed over his own cloak of invisibility.
He said the only righteous dark-eyed star child out of the three was the third brother. The reason being is the first one that requested the wand represents those who get drunk with power. He got drunk with power, constantly bragged about how he cheated death, and someone unalived him to steal the wand because they felt no one man should have all that power. The second one used the stone to connect with the dead to bring back a loved one, a woman he was supposed to marry, but she died young. He didn't realize she truly had no desire to come back to Earth and was miserable when she got here. So she ended up evaporating back into the afterlife. He was so depressed that he took himself up to heaven. The third eye star child used the cloak of invisibility to hide and just have a normal life of assisting and encouraging those who feared death. He then went on to live to be an old man and give the cloak of invisibility to his son. He then walked into the arms of death as an old man, welcoming her. Miss Ella says, take this lesson from the first two dark-eyed star children. The first one got that elder wand and became drunk with power. The second became an eternal victim because he wanted to sway the fate and destiny of those who are on the other side. So whether you're a control freak or an eternal victim as a dark-eyed star child, that is not conducive to life. You have to hide and be a healer like the third brother.
Wanda bill yesterday. I want to know what measures are going to be put in place to stop what's happening in Northern Ireland. People are coming in through Belfast at this moment in time, coming down into...
Look, I'm just showing y'all this one right here to show you they're getting invaded. Everybody's talking about this. It's not just us. We're not in it by ourselves. These niggas is going through it too.
The Republic, and what is happening to stop that flow. And there's nothing happening. Nothing is happening, Minister. The Department of Justice is not working. The Department of Immigration is not working. And that is why we have the chaos we have on our streets today in relation to all those people out there in tents. So, just not, and I don't believe it's going to get any better. This pact is not going to provide the panacea for immigration measures in this country. The Rwanda bill yesterday.
I'm trying to look at what flag that is.
These are places that's being invaded right now with a bunch of people. Right now, as we speak, these are our.
Why is everything closing for?
Our takeovers. They're taking over our shift.
For good.
Dollar Tree closing 600 stores this year. CVS closing 900 stores through the end of this year. Walgreens closing 150 stores. Outback Steakhouse has already closed 40 of its restaurants. UPS is cutting 12,000 jobs in 2024. Citigroup cutting 20,000 positions as well. eBay, why not? 1,000 jobs lost there. Microsoft cutting 1,900 positions. Expedia cutting 1,500. Cisco cutting 4,000. Apple cutting 600. It's entertainment too. Regal Cinemas closing 429 locations. Kroger's grocery store chain shutting down 413 stores. It's not affordable to be in retail anymore. Foot Locker closing 400 stores by 2026. Macy's will close 150 locations by 2026. Walmart.
Yeah, tracking the help that's coming in needs to be paid lower. They're gonna entice them here with money, then they're gonna pay them super low wages because they know that this shit is up. They closing shit down. It's crazy, bro. And a lot of these jobs, y'all, look, we're gonna build on this. A lot of these jobs are gonna be taken by AI too. So, I mean, you gotta look. No matter how we talk about these things, no matter how much you don't want something to happen, doesn't mean that it's not gonna happen just because you don't want it to happen. You know, you just have to pay attention to the signs. These aren't conspiracies. These things are happening right in front of our faces.
That's right.
But a lot of the times you can be consumed with your daily life where you're just not focused on these
things.
Yeah,
it ain't paying no attention.
You're not seeing it happen before it's already happened to you. Kind of like how we all get into those times. Most of us anyway, get into some times where we start eating some shit and we fucking around, get fat, and then we don't know it until we got love handles and shit. And then we're like, damn, how the fuck did I get fat and why ain't nobody tell me this? That I was getting fat. You know? That's what we're doing here. We're just getting to telling ourselves, oh yeah, you're gaining some weight, nigga. Go run. Put the cupcake down. That's all I'm saying. So put the dumb shit down and actually pay attention. Some shit that can affect us, no matter how you feel about it.
Already this year.
It's not gonna make it not real.
Has closed 6 of its supercenters, while the U.S. Senate has passed nearly $100 billion to send to other countries that Joe Biden just signed yesterday. Most can't even find Ukraine or Israel on a freaking map, let alone Taiwan. We're paying money that we don't have as our economy goes down the toilet and American jobs die. Of course, we know we're going to ban TikTok so nobody can talk about it freely.
But here's my video of the day, and it's disturbing. And remember I told you one day we won't be able to do this? It's here.
You're not radicalized yet. Let me show you this real quick. Stay with me. This is from the Department of Homeland Security, the DHS website. It is still online, but it's a little harder to find, so go ahead and screenshot this and keep it. These are the things that are defined as violent or terrorism by U.S. definition. Okay? If you're a military vet that has your own personal perspective of any experience that you have had overseas, you're violent. You're a terrorist. If you're an anti-war individual or group, you're violent. You're a
But they got me, nigga, already. Well, shit. I guess I'm violent because that's wow.
terrorist. Maybe that's why we've seen, I don't know, the cops doing what they've been doing the past couple of days with the university. You question what your taxes are used on or where they go, or you refuse to pay them. You are violent. You are a terrorist. You form a group to protect your rights. You are violent. You are a terrorist. And we've seen this worldwide by the U.S. for years. If you use alternative media to get your information, i.e. TikTok, you are violent. You are a terrorist. You reference the Constitution, which your right.
You have a right. You have rights. Y'all just have to start getting that paperwork. I tell y'all to go to my team, Charlotte Fiver. Y'all always like, my Rose, she always talking about this paperwork. What is she talking about? Y'all gonna see when it started coming to pass about this paperwork.
It's written into. You are violent. You are a terrorist. You support third-party candidates. You are violent. You are a terrorist. You support an audit of the Federal Reserve. You are violent. You are a terrorist.
Nigga, this sound like somebody that we just broke up with. Is it mathing? This sound like an angry motherfucker that's angry at you, that used to love you, that is like, how can this? Now we're splitting. I want everything. You're such a violent person. I've had this happen to me personally, y'all, in real life. Like real life. You think that you like that with somebody, and then it split, and then it's just the person attacks you with all this shit that never happened before because they just want to see you in so much pain. This is what I see right here.
Obviously, there's a bunch of other stuff on there too. Y'all should probably read, but you get the point. That is every.
Yeah, I gotta understand they broke up with us. Well, we broke up with them. We started cheating a long time ago.
Single one of us. Y'all ready to clean house yet?
They caught us, nigga. The gig is up, y'all.
This is that form behind me. I will blow it up. You can look this up on the internet. Via the Homeland Security. They have declared war on the American people. Yeah. If you reference the Constitution as your rights, you are a terrorist. If you get your news via social media, you are a terrorist. If you support a third party, independent party,
crazy.
You are a terrorist.
It's crazy, right?
And if you don't like this video, and don't start talking to your people, and
hey man, if y'all don't like this video, y'all terrorists though. Like for real, like it though. Like it. We got like almost 6,000 people in here. Go ahead, smash that like button.
We all like my video too. I'm bringing y'all to it.
Stay docile. Let me say that. If you stay docile to this and think, that's bullshit.
If you don't hit that like button, you just gonna stay docile.
No,
docile ass.
Yeah.
You are what's wrong with this fucking country.
Hey, motherfucker, stop. Oh, let me goddamn like this video now. You ain't gonna call me docile. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Like this shit.
You probably have a house. You probably don't give a fuck because you got your little piece of the pie. And you're just going to allow this to happen because your life's okay. You are what's wrong with this country. And I mean that respectfully.
What is the secret of silent? What is the secret?
I remember this.
Silent read. What is the secret of silent?
These demonic beings that
They create the problem and then they create the solution. But look, smash that like button though. That's very important so these videos can get out there though. We ain't been doing that lately. Just smash the like button. That's all I ask, bro.
are all over everybody, all of us subconsciously. There's a holy battle going over your head right now, over the choices and everything, your thought process, your dreams, everything that you're going through. They're battling over your subconscious right now, and we're able to visually see that when we pass away. It says the demonic ones will try to reach for us, but they have no authority through the Most High, and that we begin on our ascension to our judgment, where we are judged, and our karma is then placed on our seed, our seed line when we're down here on earth. So everything that your son is going through is from whatever your dad, whatever sins that you have gone, that's going to be placed on him.
I've always been one person skeptical of the word karma.
Right.
I've always believed it the way I read it. You plant good seed, good seed will grow. If you plant negative seed, bad seed will grow. It will.
I mean, y'all learned it that way. Good seed, bad seed. That's how you go. That'd be your karma. What did you learn?
Come back to you. The only issue that I've ever had is the passing along that my son has to pay for what I've done.
Mm-hmm.
But
so I'm sorry, bro.
No, what?
You've grown up in your life right here in this area,
yes.
Right? And you've gone through certain that you've gone through. Is there any time in your life where you could say, "Man, I don't deserve this shit"?
And this is not a debate, but I just want people, the fans, to see a different perspective.
Right.
And I asked the Hindu this because he was trying to teach me on karma, and I was allowing him, but he said, "Oh, you know what?" He said this: "We don't like Christians going into our country and trying helping us because they don't allow us to deal with our karma." And I said, "So what are you paying?" He goes, "Well, what my ancestors did, and it was passed down to me."
Right.
So I just asked him this: "How much do you owe? Who do you owe it to? And how do you know when you've paid it?" And he couldn't answer. So that's why I kind of hang on to like, okay, I'm going to hold off on that. But I'm not going to totally just disagree with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, because we have to have an open mind if we're ever going to learn.
Right. Ghosts or any spirit that's here, and I'm only stating from scripture, those will be abominations. Those can't break the firmament or go to any sort of judgment. They're bound here to the judgment till they will be cast into the lake of fire. Those were never supposed to be made. God didn't make them. There's animals here that are hybrids. There's people here that are hybrids that were never supposed to be made. There's also fruit and vegetables that weren't supposed to be made.
Some people actually believe that Chupacabras, if he's real, that he was a hybrid.
Right.
And then some people believe, remember for a while they were cloning animals.
Oh, yeah.
Let me say something about the book of Enoch, what I had heard.
Right.
Now I'm going to go once again with what I had heard.
Right, yeah.
That the reason why it was not included in the actual Bible, even though there are some disciples that actually do quote from the book of Enoch,
right.
Okay, is because they never actually found a scroll, from it. So they cannot confirm that the book of Enoch that is out today is the actual one that existed from the one they were quoting from.
Right.
So that's why.
A lot of people don't believe in it for whatever reason. Because I study science too, I believe in it because of, if I were to explain the planets to you and show you.
See, look, this shows you too. Don't judge a book by its cover, man. Just because man got all these tattoos and shit, man, it just means that's what the fuck you want to do with this life. That's how I look at the world. Somebody said their cat is trans. Who cares? Like, let your cat live their life. I don't care. I'm not one of those people that's judging you for what you look like, what you do in your personal time. As long as you ain't doing nothing to harm kids and shit like that and kill people and prey on people, who cares? You can vibe over here. You can vibe with us. We chilling. I don't care about none of that.
Videos on
this dude's educated. You can tell
on the real how they really look. It matches perfect up with the book of.
CIA currently estimates that on planet Earth,
there are now 30 million ET human hybrids on our planet. Some law enforcement and ranchers had actually seen beams of light emitted by unidentified aerial craft in the sky. The tall blonde Nordics from Procyon have continued to crossbreed with us humans at many stages of our evolutionary development, and this type of activity still goes on. The tall blondes from Procyon are trying to correct somewhat scrambled results of their earlier genetic interventions here on Earth. If the tall whites are as they've been described to me by two different aerospace people, big places like Raytheon and Lockheed, where they have worked side by side with the tall white, and they talk about how it is like being with a human with 5 superconductor crays for a brain. But they're not incapacitated. The humans are not incapacitated by working with the tall white. They learn a lot that when the Van E's have been helping us.
Somebody said the oceans haven't been discovered like that for some reason. We're gonna get into that tonight too as well. That's on the agenda.
Wow. Wow, listen.
The video this reviewing was taken by me a couple of days ago. It's of an entity, being of some sort. I don't know what it is, but you can't see it with the naked eye. It has to be looked at through a filter in order to see it. You can be standing 10 feet away from it and not know it's there. If you saw the movie Predator, it is better camouflage than that. But anyway, in the video, you'll see.
Y'all can definitely see that. You capping if you're saying y'all can't see that.
Between the hash marks on the tree is where one of them.
I've seen this video a long time ago. I don't think I put on an account for y'all, maybe, but it's gonna add to something, and it's crazy.
Yes.
Look at it.
You'll see it not real plainly, but if you look at it, you'll see the legs and the tail and the torso. On top of the air conditioning unit, there is one of their offspring. And it's trying to get it to come down, to come with them, and it's been there for days. And there's a third one between the air conditioning unit and the tree. That's a solid mass, and everything around it's moving, but that thing will stay still. And I noticed that the other night.
So, yo, y'all gotta stop. Somebody said that's Diddy. Y'all can't stand y'all. He said that's Diddy. Who beside him? Was that Usher beside him? That's Diddy and Usher. Oh man, that's crazy as hell.
That's how I figured out that's what it was. But it'll move out, move back in. Anyway,
what they doing? They having a sleepover? Oh, that's crazy. Let me stop.
Watch the thing on top of the air conditioning unit too now, because it does move. It doesn't look like it looks like a massive crap, but it's an
Somebody said they can't see it. Well, you gotta pay more attention to this. Just look at the broader picture, and you'll see the things actually moving. Don't try to focus on one thing, and you can see them a lot better or freely.
Baby, I can't make this shit up, y'all.
Yeah, you can see it moving. You can definitely see the head right here turning and shit, doing different stuff. But it is what it is, though. We're gonna keep going. Hey, I remember this one right here too when they were saying we're gonna build on something. So I'm gonna show briefly these joints right here. Y'all crazy with that Diddy shit though. This Diddy too? Shit. Or did he just leave Diddy house? He's saying that we should be worried about artificial intelligence. I don't like. All right, so you know how we be like, we want some shit to be real so bad, but then what if this is real and then we saying, oh, it's still cap, right? I say that this shit is cap, but listen to the message. It's always been there. So what he told us right here was basically we the dumb motherfuckers that's gonna die from the AI because the AI is smart. I'm translating for y'all. The AI is smart, but they not smarter than everybody in the damn that was ever invented. So you niggas is the dumb ones that is gonna kill because you niggas are stupid. I kind of can get that one. I can get that one. But you know, there are other factions that's way smarter, and this is below them. Like I want to go chill with them. I'm tired of being here with I'm tired of being dumb. Yeah, and then they're not gonna be. I know it's like, bro, look, they're not gonna be interrogating me butt naked on this table like this and want me to give them answers. No, I have an attitude, nigga. Plus, okay, that's why he said we're gonna die. Yeah, I get it. Emotions a million people. See how he said that? That's how I know he's stupid. Like, if he telling us that we're gonna die from this shit, and he obviously came here on an intelligent craft. If this is real, then why would you even question this man about that shit? I understand he's butt naked on your table like this. You got the upper hand. But I'm just telling y'all, bro. Like, this is fake, and Diddy might be in the room. He said, so you wouldn't punch it in the jaw if you seen it. Like, if it attacked me, yeah, I'll punch a lion, nigga. If it attacked me too, I would try to. Like, I ain't just gonna let something just take me now. You gotta be, something come for me. They gotta be in the mindset of, okay, this nigga might kill me too. So if you gonna come, you gonna come. Oh, pause. No Diddy, but I'm just saying. I ain't going out like that. And you don't want to aim for the mouth of nothing like this. You see his fucking teeth? If one of those teeth hit my fist, man, I'm gonna get infected with something, nigga. You punch him now, I get a new disease, and then my teeth start to look like that. I'll be highly upset, nigga. And I'm gonna come find you, the one that gave me the good idea for stealing off on an alien, and I'm gonna give you this shit too. You feel me? Look at that shit. My teeth look like that. My girl look, she gonna break up with me and shit. Kids ain't gonna fuck with me no more. Like, it's hard to deal with something like that, bro. Like, your whole life will come falling apart.
Push the like button. Thank you.
Yeah, I said pause, didn't I? I said pause, man. Now, this ain't like the Cap Daddy alien that we reviewed a while ago. Look at those toes. 3 toes on that thing. Look at the spine and shit. Look at the feet. How many toes you see on each foot? How many fingers do you see on each hand? This is not put together by some lame ass scientists in Mexico in the lab this time. They not showing the cap daddy. This right here is some legit shit. That's just my belief. That's not Ethiopian with 3 fingers and shit. All right, bet. Okay. I get what you're saying about the Ethiopian part with the head part. Yeah, I can see the head part definitely look Ethiopian. But
in Vegas, not stay in
3
Vegas.
fingers.
It circled the known universe. The frenzy grew when reports surfaced that unknown authorities had afterwards placed cameras around this family's home.
That's just to show y'all. People think that should be cap, but the little boy that had the UFO situation still talking about it. This is an update on what's going on with that. People are still coming to the house asking about the aliens. This is a year later, y'all.
The family was driven into hiding, off the grid, out of sight, underground. But 10 months later, the mystery lives on, and looky-loos and alien hunters are still on the prowl. The family posted no trespassing signs, but break-ins have been reported frequently here, as recently as last week at this home.
Talk about your people. Look, they my people too. Hey, my Ethiopians, look, we got everything in us.
Exclusive. The teenager who made that 911 call is finally speaking publicly at length and laying out exactly what he saw that night and what has happened since. Our national correspondent Alex Capriello joins me with that live from Las Vegas.
Said I'm folding, I see aliens.
So Alex, it's really compelling with the advent of a year passing almost, that they've had a chance to digest what it is they've been through. They had kept quiet. They are not looking for attention. And yet now you're getting information, especially from this 15-year-old or the 17-year-old, that's pretty alarming.
Yeah, and I found out from speaking to Angel Kenmore that life just really has not been all that easy for them.
Hold on, I'm gonna stop again too and to address you. Nigga, yeah, I stop and I talk definitely during my lives and stuff to talk to my people. I'm responding back to them. So if you got a problem with that, you can step out and leave. I'm sorry if it's hard for you to understand videos that you can clearly hear. Don't come into somebody's house and complain about some shit. Kindly leave, or I'll put your ass in the corner. I ain't playing no games. Let's go, y'all.
Past years since they saw that 10-foot tall creature in their
I got time to
backyard
play
right
with
here
y'all.
behind me.
That
For
was at
him,
the
he
mall.
says that he's plain and simple traumatized by it all. He says he can't sleep at night. He's become slightly paranoid. He cries at night, trying to make sense, heads or tails of what exactly he saw that night, playing it back over and over in his head. You can imagine the torment that's going through in his head. But to this day, none of the family has a very good explanation about what exactly they saw that night. But to their credit, they've stayed pretty consistent about the facts and the details. I really grilled him about that, trying to get him to remember as much as he possibly could about that night. Here's a portion of our conversation. What do you remember about that night? What do you remember seeing?
Start again, I guess. We were in the backyard fixing the
Oh
car.
yeah. Oh, that was in the backyard.
And out of nowhere,
Okay.
we just
Yeah.
see a big light fall down and basically crash in the backyard. And moments after, like a couple seconds after, I saw the big giant creature in front of me. The alien, whatever you guys want to call it. The alien demon, whatever you guys want to call it.
What do you believe it is?
It's a demon.
A demon.
Yeah.
So maybe that's changed. That once you thought it was an alien, now you believe it was a demon.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what it is. Only God knows what it was. But I'm thinking it's like something bad. It's not a good thing.
Was it moving? Was it doing?
Yes, it was moving. You could see like it was breathing, like he was like pissed off, like he wanted to do something.
And he was looking at you and your brother?
He was looking at me.
Did he say anything?
So I remember he was growling like a dog, like he was growling.
When did it end?
As soon as I closed my eyes, I guess I don't know. I think I was praying or something like that, and it just let me go. That's when I went inside, and I saw my dad on my side too.
You ever felt like it had control of your body?
Oh yeah, I couldn't move. Yeah.
You were paralyzed at the sight of this thing.
Yeah, I couldn't move.
And you were looking at it for 30 or so seconds, and then all of a sudden it was gone.
Yeah. That's pretty creepy.
A lot of people think that that's just hard to believe.
Like I said again, they can think whatever they want.
Yeah.
What do you say to the people who
believe it?
that your family just made this whole thing up to try to get attention?
No.
They can believe whatever they want, you know. I'm not doing it. If I did it for free,
Get it,
I
literally,
would
the
get on
babies
YouTube
out
or
of you.
something like that, doing more videos. But I don't care, guys. I just went on TikTok and YouTube.
Hey, cause y'all know if that shit would have happened to me, nigga, I'd be going live every day in my backyard showing y'all where this alien picked me up by my neck and beat me up and shit. You feel me?
Made my story. That's pretty much it. I made no money off this. I want people to know that I made no money off this. I don't need money. That's pretty much it. They can believe whatever they want. I bet you hope it doesn't happen to anybody. Oh no, hopefully not.
But we be trying to run that shit back though. You know what I'm saying? And I have a bunch of people. I have y'all pull up. You know what I'm saying? Pull up on me and you know help a nigga out.
I hope that no.
Since y'all want to talk that shit in the comments.
And actually, I don't know what your impression of him was, but when I was speaking to him personally, I was really struck by how confident and authentic he was about his memories of that night. There's a lot of people, obviously, out there in the world that would make up ghost stories in order to chase any sort of clout or fame. But to me, Angel came across as somebody who truly believed
I
that he
take no
saw
dog
something
on
that
clout.
night in that backyard.
Not for the stuff I've seen.
Yeah, Alex, he didn't really seem to have
He
canned
never
answers
see it.
either. So if this was all a big ruse, he's either a really, really good actor. I mean, Meryl Streep quality. And, you know, he certainly didn't script it, didn't seem to plan out answers, you know, at the grasp. I do want to ask you about the family. You know, this is the 17-year-old finally talking at length about his experience. And boy, did he ever add some details there that what he saw seemed to be angry and breathing heavily, was growling, looking right at his brother and him, and that he felt frozen, which is an account we've heard from other people who have felt that they've seen something out of this world before, that they've been frozen and unable to move. What about the family? Does the family back him?
Yeah,
somebody say capping all day.
Much less willing to go public about it. I spoke to his mom, who basically said that she has no interest in speaking about it because she just feels differently than Angel. She feels like nobody in the world is going to believe her. Angel, on the other hand, well, certainly not trying to publish his case widespread. He feels the need to share it because he wants the world to know what he saw, and also he wants the world to know that his family is doing okay and moving forward. In general, the family wants the spotlight off of them. Take, for example, all these no trespassing signs. There's at least 4 of them. But at this time, they are just basically saying, look, we don't really want to talk about it anymore, but we still stand behind it.
Hey, what a time to be alive though. Like, look, what we in 2024 and niggas talking about aliens pulling up on them is becoming a normal fucking thing. That's crazy. All right, bet. Hey, let's get back to this video though. I just had to say that's wow.
Am I the only person that just feel like it's something coming, yo?
That's normal?
No Diddy. I just feel like it's something way beyond what's going on the media right now that's about to happen. And I just can't put my finger on that shit, y'all. But I've been feeling that shit in my soul recently. Like, yo, there's some shit about to take place, bro. Am I the only one that's feeling that way? Like, does anyone else feel that way? Another thing, this alien shit is getting out of hand. All over social media, I'm seeing shit like this. What is that? What is that? That's on morphing and doing some crazy shit. Pete, y'all, Pete.
That's Diddy in there, y'all.
Like, look at that. You know what I'm saying? Shit like this.
That's Diddy in the water too. How's y'all talking about?
Ever since 2012, it's been a lot of weird shit going on that we cannot explain, bro. And listen to this. Y'all know TikTok is not controlled by like Instagram, Facebook, and all them other joints. They all tied together except for this. This is where we get all our news and information from, bro. This is how we're awakening at a fast pace, and they don't like that shit. So they're trying to get that joint out of here. Wake up!
This is a snapshot of the film that was smuggled in 1991 out of a facility just south of Arizona.
So now this nigga is saying like, yo, this shit right here is when I was talking to this big ass head alien, and you know, it's this is real, and why would I lie about it? Do y'all believe him? Let me know. I'm watching the comments.
5-1. If I am truly in danger, that means that this film and this this being is real, and God help me. But if I'm truly in danger and this being is real, that means the extraterrestrial program is also real. And I say, God help us all.
You did show me a slide of a comparison between the original version.
Oh,
and the other-
yeah. Yeah, folks, this is how it came. This is what Victor's VHS tape looked. There it is.
This is it.
Yeah. This is how the videotape came to Rocket Pictures, folks. On the right is the dramatic and darkened version for the documentary. But this is what Victor brought to Rocket Pictures. This bluish, where you can see the entire arms and thoracic cavity of the being. In this internal briefing from the DIA sent to me by someone who worked with the DIA years back, he must have from his contact, it said basically the time, date, who was in the viewing gallery watching this, which is called a thought projection interview, the facility that it was, what type of alien being ET this was, how the film was smuggled out of this top secret facility, and it wasn't S4.
Said why shit look like that though? That's what she said.
As Victor said, it was a facility called S2 Alpha, and we have the satellite photo of it. S2 Alpha. S2 Alpha is the building on top of the ground. It's got administration, and it's got the AHC beneath it, which is, there it is.
That's it.
That is the entrance to the alien housing complex, S2 Alpha, S2 Annex. Folks, no one in ufology is going to bring you this. I have brought you this. You go down that ramp, you turn to the left, a guard comes out.
Hey, you know what I think about this though? To just talk about it though, I think that whole shit right there was fake though. Like I think that whole thing right there is fake. This whole alien thing is fake. That's why I want to show y'all, because you know everything they post out here and they try to bring to light and stuff, just like that other alien that we called out a long time ago, the Cap Daddy, CAP Daddy. Daddy. Y'all remember when we named it that a long time ago? But with this alien right here, this shit is straight up just shitty. That's shitty-eyed alien. It just is not gonna work for us. Throw that shit away. You know, approach us a little bit different. But we do know one thing is, let's tell the truth. We are the aliens. We know that we're the aliens. There's been other motherfuckers that inhabited this planet with us too as well through the history. But that ain't gonna get it right there. Make it more entertaining for us, man.
Hooks up an exhaust to your car.
But we on y'all ass though.
You go in and exchange
no Diddy
badges. Now beneath S2 Alpha is the AA.
Maybe we shouldn't say no Diddy so we could just scare the shit out of them. No pun intended. You know what I'm saying?
The alien housing
physical lands of
alien retention and interrogation program. That was the unofficial name of those in the program.
It's important that you have full understanding of the construct of geocentric electromagnetic universe. Again, we're not on a ball. Earth consists of concentric rings of physical lands spiraling out from 0-point axis at the center, just like a drop of water that falls into a larger body of water, creating a ripple effect beginning from its point of impact. Refer as the magnetic North Pole. Central pole is not just a metaphor, but an actual physical marker or magnetic pillar. The war in Iraq is a lie. They know what's in there. A realm of massive door gates that made up of metals, that it is not what we've seen today, inhabited by other extraterrestrial beings or civilizations, which we Muslims considered it as the unseen. I know it sounds crazy. Each of these four-dimensional realms have their own echo: lunar, solar, and seasons, sun, and moon, which is our current wandering stars. That's what NASA called planets. Let's just break it down this way. Saturn and Jupiter being the solar sun and lunar moon of the outermost ring domain, or the realm of Earth. Mars and Venus being the solar sun and lunar moon of the next concentric domain of Earth as main realm. Beyond southern Antarctic boundary, the Aurora Australis electromagnetic field. Mercury with an inner realm beyond northern Arctic boundary. An aurora borealis electromagnetic field. Inner star Mercury is androgynous, both solar sun and lunar moon in one. Sometimes referred as the inner Earth sun or black sun. That is why we have eclipses, solar eclipses. It's not the shadow of the Earth, or as what Elon Musk says, Planet X. Spiral expansion of Earth, time, and matter continues to be.
Here to share with you 44 different documents from the governments whereby they admit the Earth is flat. Documents from the CIA, USSR, U.S. Army, NASA, Federal Aviation Administration, the FAA, U.S. Navy, National Imagery and Mapping Agency, National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, and the U.S. Marine Corps, which includes state-owned universities such as UCLA, Penn State, and Shenyang Aerospace University. Government admits flat Earth document number 1, put out by the CIA, whereby it looks like they stole it from the USSR, and this document was created, appears to be sometime around March of 1957, and you'll notice that in the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see the title of the document, the author, if there is one cited, unless there's a ton of them, and I'm not going to list them all. And then you have the URL of this document, so if you want to go download it yourself, you're able to. And when I go through these documents themselves, you'll see on the bottom right-hand corner is the page number where you can find these phrases and words cited. So beginning with page 19 of 100 for this dissertation, there's the brightness of the firmament. The firmament is a biblical term which is mentioned in Genesis chapter 1 8 different times, and beginning with verse 6. And the firmament was made to divide and separate the waters from above from below, as well as the sun, moon, and stars are placed within the firmament. So please, Army, page 7 says,
from Tennessee. Guess who else has seen it?
With a steady liquid payload. What does it say? Page 10. It says these.
They say a rare cosmic event appears to have opened a portal in Tennessee. Guess who else has seen a wormhole in Tennessee? Me, in 2006. This is my UFO encounter that I reported to MUFON in 2012. In 2015, Jan, the executive director of MUFON, hit me back. He did some sinister shit, went to prison, but before he did, he sent this guy, Hector, a retired military independent investigator. He lives where I live, and said he got my case and wants to do a face-to-face. He also said he knows where I live. I'm like, damn, how you know where I live, bro? Peter Davenport, he wanted me to resubmit to this new website. Paul asked if I had a chance to have the skin item examined by medical professionals. In my case, I said I was abducted by extraterrestrials around 3:30, 4:30 in the morning. I listened to this woman.
It was 2:48 in the morning.
I also said, I looked to the left, I saw what appeared to be something like a rainbow.
Damn. 5 gifted. I appreciate you. 5 gifted. That's crazy.
Purple and pink instead of my neighbor's tree. I've never seen that before.
I'm like, I ain't never seen nothing like that. No rainbow, nothing like that in the sky at night.
Now, this is the house we lived in right here. This was my room, and this is the tree.
And that's where the wormhole was.
This is us in the living room, and this is the backyard and the neighbor's house. I was standing right here on this slab right here. None of this was here. This is the tree it went over, right? This is the closest thing I could ever find to show y'all what it looked like. It was transparent, and it looks pixelated, more like the squares in the TV.
Basically, a QLED or LED TV has light in the back that shines through all the time, and then you're trying to stop some of that light with dimming zones, and you're changing that light into colors with color filters. That is the Q layer or the quantum layer. Now, OLED is organic light emitting diode, and it's a newer technology for TVs in general. And an OLED consists of millions of pixels that can all be lit up or change to a certain color or be completely off. We can have pixels that are on and off right next to each other, creating perfect contrast.
Now, when the UFO came out of that wormhole, it was surrounded by this neon green
and blue weird ass
plasma that looked like it should have been dripping, but it wasn't. We also have a mini CERN in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. This is what it looks like. This is the inside. We also have laboratories dedicated to figuring out how wormholes work.
That streak across the sky, y'all. It's 2:48 in the morning. What the is that? I'm like, I ain't never seen nothing like that. No rainbow, nothing like that in the sky at night. Is that? Tell me what's going on. I ain't never seen nothing like that.
Now listen to this breakdown by my guy.
More rain and more tornadoes.
Purple and light blue, light green. Watch the purple cloud. You're going to see them appear, and they're rolling top to bottom. Watch. See that one? You're going to see another one appear. See it? Then you're going to see another one appear.
Now, I believe that rolling is that plasma surrounding that UFO coming up.
Game of Thrones would have been putting it all in our face. And I mean, I'm rewatching Game of Thrones. Watch this intro with me talking over it, and then I'm going to display some pictures of I'm on season 5.
Yo, smash that like button. Well, we got like 8,100 people in here, 8,200 people in here. and we got like 2,000 likes or something like that the last time I checked. Look,
Well,
man, we
that's
should
good.
at least have like 6,000 likes.
Whoever
That's
in here
crazy.
watching it with me, y'all
Appreciate
smash the
y'all
like
for
button.
already hitting it though. The people
Thank
that
you.
hit it though.
Attention to, and I don't know what made me rewatch this,
So we can all learn.
but I'm about to fuck your head up. Here we go. Watch the beginning intro. That is a sun simulator. You see it? Circled with rings of Saturn. In our face the whole fucking time. That's the crazy part. Of course, they're showing you all this shit with the checkerboard. If you missed it, there was a checkerboard there. But they're going to show you every castle, which is basically... Oh, before I get to that, look at the design of the map. It's showing a flat Earth with longitude and latitude lines. You see how they're going around in a circle, but not in a globe sense? Keep that in mind. But the building of the castles are basically, if you notice, they look like old engineered clockwork, which are what? Devices. Energy harvesting devices. Now we're in the future, our shit looks like motherboards. But back then, same shit. It was clockwork, gears. This shit is crazy. I was like, holy shit. It's the same type of format, but ours is just in the future of cities. Look at the sun simulator with rings of Saturn. Y'all don't see that shit? Y'all don't see that shit. The wall, which if you know, the ice wall. Now I'm going to stop right there and show you some scenes of what happens in this realm today, which is also in Game of Thrones. What do they call? The protector of the realm. That's it. At a point in time, throughout the course of this whole show, we are given overhead to these White Walkers and families that were beyond the wall. The real North were sacrificing babies to these gods. In season 4, there's a part where all the women that are stuck, married to their father, gift to the gods, gift to the gods. Truth in plain sight. What is Christmas? What is Saturnalia? Message to the sun god at that was dropped off at an altar in winter. Message. You don't see the synchronicity here? It's truth in plain sight. Also, if you know, you know. The wall is most...
Say you like conspiracies, but this dude is broken. Why you say that?
peculiar is the Iron Bank, which is the Federal Reserve, which has 3 chairs. That number 3 is used a lot. Also 7. Gods of the 7. Holy Trinity. Bruh, Game of Thrones, rewatch that through spiritual...
If you want to talk about science, I can scientifically test what I'm saying. I can take an object that's more dense than the air. I can drop it. It goes down. Then I can use a Van de Graaff generator to introduce electrostatics. I can make the object levitate and or just go up. I can change its weight. I can change how fast it falls with electrostatics. All objects that exist are electrostatic. The air is electrostatic. Even in a vacuum, there's electrostatics. So I've now scientifically proven that electrostatics will change the weight of an object, how fast it falls, and its direction. Now, can you do the same thing with gravity? Can you give me an experiment that actually isolates gravity and proves it's the cause?
Okay, I'm ready to go to questions. I'm actually like, this is exactly how I thought it was going to go, and I'm not thrilled about this.
The way we establish elevation is we measure a vertical distance above the perpendicular horizontal baseline. That's how we measure elevations. Has nothing to do with the curved earth. I can pull up the government's official engineering site right now that says for up to 100 square miles, all engineering assumes that the earth is flat and uses plane survey. All of it. It is not in any way. How can you build a bridge assuming the earth is curved? He said it himself that it's curved. You just can't tell. It's close enough. So in reality, plane survey is how we get maps, distances, how we do engineering. The globe claims, oh, well, if we stitch them all together over a distance, I promise it would be curving. Let me actually change the radius by 15%, assume refraction, assume the curvature, throw out all the other measurements, cook the books, and then if I get within 80%, somehow that proves that the Earth's a ball, and then they hijack the horizon, which is optical, and claim that it's physical. And everything that I'm saying is a fact, okay? And that's why we have to assume the Earth is flat to get elevation. That's why we have to assume the Earth is flat to build things, because if you assumed it was a globe, it wouldn't work. These are all facts. So they got everyone.
Hey, the dude at the bottom, I was just looking at, I couldn't even hear what the dude was saying no more. I was so busy looking at the old dude at the bottom. He was so concerned, like, damn. You know that look on your face where he's like, I ain't got nothing to say for this motherfucker. Like, am I losing? Am I losing the argument? Like, what the fuck? I got, the next thing you gotta do, fuck it. I might as well go ahead and goddamn slap this nigga, make it violent then. I'm losing at this.
thinking, oh, I never feel like I'm moving, but I'm moving, and I see the sun and the moon move, but they're not moving, and the sun looks like it moves in the sky, but actually it's sitting still, and I'm just falling backwards in the sunset. I just can't tell. And the horizon, which is where the word horizontal came from, is of course horizontal and flat, but actually it's curved. You just can't tell. The sun and the moon appear to be the same size, but actually the sun's 400 times bigger than the moon, just coincidentally exactly 400 times further away also, so it looks like that. So whenever you can't trust your senses at all, you actually have to turn to an authority to tell you what's up, right? And so that's how you condition someone to make them a slave. They're like, oh, I can't even figure out the basic stuff. Everything I've experienced is the opposite of truth according to these people, so I need them to tell me I'm not smart enough to figure it out. And they just brainwash it. I mean, that's just one of like, there's probably like 20 different answers to this question.
You said it's a moot point for the flat. Yeah, I be getting like that too at certain points. It's at the end of the day, it don't matter, but it's interesting to see and talk about. But we already know on this channel, we're gonna take our own balloon up and we're gonna know. So I'm gonna be posting that pretty soon too as well. We're gonna have our own balloon and then we can just kick this shit in the ass. You know what I'm saying? We can actually get the real answers for ourselves here on this channel. Simple. Like that's what we're doing here. We're building. We ain't just doing this for no reason. You know, we do these videos, we have a good time, we kick back with like-minded people and chill, but we're actually doing real shit outside of here too as well. You know, I donate, I help people out on the daily in my life outside of YouTube. And on top of that, you know, I try to put people on game outside of YouTube. I try to, you know, just put people on things that can help them for real, for real. That's just my life goal. This is what I'm gonna do on this planet before I leave. You know, we all got an expiration date here in this physical body. Physical body ain't gonna last forever. So I want to make my shit useful, and I just want to do good shit for other people. Not at my own demise, though.
For people that are interested in logical debate, you are in for.
But no, I feel you though. It's a moot point. It's a moot point.
A treat. I mean, witnessing Austin Whitsitt debate is like watching prime Michael Jordan play basketball.
Field. Yeah, I can easily explain that, but we're gonna actually conclude the first point you're trying to get away from, which is you asked how there's a gas pressure gradient. I explained you can't even have a change in pressure delta X without X. Antecedent to gas pressure is containment. And we can replicate a gas pressure gradient inside of a container, especially whenever you're introducing gas to the surface level constantly, which is what we observe on the Earth. Now we have a vertical electric gradient that results in a downward electric current that is provable, testable, measurable. We can run generators off of it. You guys just deny it. So that is a fact. And then I said, but you can't even have the antecedents for the pressure to have the gradient in the first place, so that it backfired and you can't support it. You responded with the strawman foul.
But you know what's even more crazy about this argument though is that the people that's saying that the Earth is round can't prove it. But we've been on the moon.
Saying, oh, now we don't have a gradient, so I can't go to the top of Mount Everest with different air. No, I literally explained how you could have the gradient and how you can only have the gradient on a plain Earth that's contained. So then you try to change the subject. So would you like to conclude that you can't actually demonstrate it? We can demonstrate it, and flat Earth takes the dub again, and then we can move to the next point? Is that what you want to do?
No, because they're none of my questions. So let's go back to the one where I talked about gravity.
AIs for movies are real right now. First up, we have Terminator. In this movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger is a human-like robot that goes around battling other human-like robots that are policing the world. Well, in 2013, the Department of Defense dropped a robot called Atlas. Atlas is a robot that could walk on 2 legs and do some crazy stuff like backflips and parkour. But in April 2024, Atlas got an upgrade. And the way it moves now is wild. At number 2, we have the movie Her. In this movie, a man falls in love with his AI girlfriend and tries to bring her into the real world. Well, a company called Replica allows you to go on their website and create an AI that has a personality, like a girlfriend. Or a boyfriend. And these AI partners give you emotional support. You can have nasty chats with them. You can even get them to generate nudes. Another company called Realbotics is trying to make AI girlfriends that live in human-like robot bodies so that you can really be with them. Bruh. Pretty creepy
if you think about it. They already got the look ladies. They already got the bodies for the ladies. you know, that the dudes be buying and they be having whole relationships with them. Now, if these motherfuckers can get up and walk around and mind their business and just not talk back, I'm just playing. But look, I'm just saying, these niggas gonna be buying them up, y'all, because they can program them. They can't program y'all. They weak. They weak. They don't need to program a woman. If you're a dominant male already, you ain't got to worry about that. But I'm just saying though, this shit getting real weird. Just watch.
That's me. And number 3, we have Minority Report.
Because you seen the other robot, the super athletic robot, the first one, the big ass robot. What they made that a man robot. Now the niggas got something to worry about. So look, it ain't all fun and games on both sides. We got to stop this wise early. All right.
In this movie, Tom Cruise plays a cop in the future where the cops are able to.
Because if a motherfucker say I'm gonna get my man on you, and it's a big ass, his name is Tyrone, and this nigga is an 800-pound robot. I don't want those type of problems in my life. I ain't got time for that shit.
Predict if you're going to be able to commit a crime, and they arrest you before you actually commit the crime. Well, in 2018, the New York Police Department paid $8 million to a company called Voyager Labs, which uses AI to predict whether or not you're going to commit a crime based on your Facebook posts.
Bruh.
At number 4, we have Disney's Big Hero 6. This movie centers around Baymax, a healthcare robot that can diagnose you and also treat you in place of the doctor. But Baymax was actually inspired by a real-life robot. A professor at Carnegie Mellon University named Chris Atkinson had actually built Baymax in real life. And these type of healthcare robots have been around since 2009. And number 5, we have Disney's WALL-E. In this movie, a robot runs around cleaning up the earth after humans have basically destroyed it. Well, today, you can buy a Roomba or an iRobot to clean up your house. But these type of cleaning robots have been around since 2002. So drop a comment and let me know what you think about these AIs for movies actually becoming real.
They were saying that black parents were the worst parents in the world. Saying that black men were the only ones that were guaranteed to be criminals. When you look at a large language model, so your ChatGPT, your Claude, your Gemini or Bard, whatever they're calling it now, all of those things are basically big parrots. They're not intelligent systems. They can't go read your database and figure stuff out. They are math problems. So the way a large language model works when you build it, first you get a whole bunch of text, like all the books in this library, and you put that together, and that's all those parameters they talk about. Oh, we got 11 billion parameters, 6 billion parameters. All they're saying is we got this many words or this many pieces of text. They call it a corpus. So we get a big database of text together. And then when you go in and you type in your prompt, all it's doing is taking your text, converting it to math, because all those embeddings are stored as numbers. It's searching across that, and it's calculating based on what you said to me, mathematically, what's the next best word I should say? Based on what it has in its database. Which is why when ChatGPT first dropped, it was saying all types of terrible things. It was saying that black parents were the worst parents in the world. Saying that black men were the only ones that were guaranteed to be criminals. Because that was the data that went into it.
I'm 19 keys and it's
Think
a
about it.
high-level conversation.
Welcome to Wendy's. What would you like? Can I have a chocolate frosty? Which side?
Divide and conquer. Just look at it. They do it in everything. That's why we don't do that one against another over here. Everybody is got everybody equal over here. We don't do that shit because we see what they trying to do, man. And there's a reason for it.
For the chocolate frosty. Medium.
This is an AI.
Can I get you anything else today? No, thank you. Great. Please pull up to the next window.
Scientists just developed a shape-shifting, programmable, metafluid robot that can be controlled. Yeah, this just happened. And then you have articles that's coming out and saying that it's almost like the T-1000 robot from the Terminator. Yeah, y'all remember how that T-1000 robot escaped the cage off the Terminator? Well, they recreated that. Scientists have recreated a robot that can shapeshift between solids and liquid states, enabling them to perform mind-boggling features. such as jump climbing and oozing out of cages. And it reminds them of the T-1000 robot. And the shapes of the movement of the machine is controlled by magnetic fields, an approach that might lead to new biomedic and engineering technologies. I swear it's like every day now that this becomes more and more like a reality. First, we started seeing Skynet on power lines. Then people started recreating robots. And now we got liquid robots, just like the Terminator. Isn't that great?
Do you remember the T-1000 liquid metal robot? Well, researchers in China have made this a reality with their magneto-active liquid.
See, we showed this one right here, what, like a year ago? And look, they're progressing on it. We had to bring this. It always comes back full circle.
With solid phase transition matter. This metallic substance can transition between a liquid and a solid. It can take on any shape programmed into it and return to that shape after it has been made liquid. This research is part of a whole new subclass of robotics. Magneto-active liquid.
Hey, but people think it's fake though.
Robots are becoming a hot item. They could be used in the electronics and medical industries to get inside places where typical robotics or human hands cannot reach. Places like inside the human body or inside of a running computer, where changes and alterations can be made.
If Boston Dynamics robots give you the creeps, wait until you see this. Engineers have created a little humanoid robot as just one of...
His body is made of liquid metal and an alloy skeleton. The two parts can fight alone, and once the two are combined, his combat effectiveness will be greatly enhanced. A large number of hunting robots were produced, launch an indiscriminate attack on humans. Their only mission is to exterminate humanity, and humans also formed a rebel army to fight against Skynet. Many years ago, Skynet dispatched. Terminator returns to the past for 800, assassinated young rebel leader Connor, successfully changing the future. But the rebels have a new leader. This time, the Skynet system dispatched again. This time, Skynet dispatched the most advanced Terminator REV9 to hunt down the new future leader Danny. He came to the factory in the form of Danny's father. The moment you see Danny, number 9 immediately flashes the gun in his hand. In a critical moment, number 9 was suddenly shot in the head. A woman in a cap with a shotgun. Shoot him like crazy. Number 9 was knocked to the ground. She's Grace, sent by the Resistance to save Danny. Grace runs away with Danny and her brother. And such an attack.
See, look, I ain't got time for that type of shit. You feel me? You done pissed Tyrone off. Now he done pulled up to your job, about to do away with your ass. Now you got to blast him with a shotgun just to only knock him down a little bit. We ain't got time for that though. Thanks for your time and entertaining us. No problem. Look, man, I love doing what I do.
Poses no threat to number 9 at all.
I'm watching Moonfall. Spoiler alert! If anybody's watching it, sorry. And attention.
I ain't gonna get into that.
Because Google search, bro, to this earth. I promise you. Don't do artificial intelligence. That is of the devil. I'm out.
So you already remember the Moonfall shit. I ain't gonna play that one again, but I was wanting to run it back so bad, but it's cool. We already know about it. I don't want to make this joint too long, but the Moonfall shit, you got to think it was built on artificial intelligence when they found out about where we really came from. And as you can see, they showed it was everybody. We had created different, spaces to live and different technologies. And then that technology at the end of it, turned on us. And that was our downfall. So that's why a lot of people are speaking out against AI and stuff like that. So that was that little segment right there. Yeah. In a nutshell.
Us. Period.
One of the ways that we actually know that demons are becoming more powerful is we actually keep statistics in our community. Because I've been doing solemn exorcisms for 15 years, and I've been doing regular other exorcisms, minor exorcisms, for about 17 years. And so we started keeping statistics. And what we started to notice is that in relationship to possession, where demons actually possess people, the number of possessions is statistically remaining the same. It's 0.5% of the general population, 0.5%. So 1 out of every 200 people is likely possessed. And of those people that come to us, it's about that same statistic. But statistically, when you talk about diabolic obsession, the amount of rates of diabolic obsession are drastically on the rise. When you talk to exorcists, what they're finding out is that the statistical number, the average, I polled several of the top exorcists in this country, and I asked them, what percentage do you think of the adult population?
How can you get ranked at being like a top exorcist, exorcist? Nigga, like, y'all got a ranking structure? This is crazy. That makes me think, if you ever watch Van Helsing, like the priest that was fighting against that nigga, man, like, is it like that?
in this country is diabolically obsessed, which I'll talk about in a minute. Every single one of us came up with the same statistic, 25%. Diabolic oppression is also on the rise, but for different causes. Diabolic oppression is also on the rise. We figure that the average number of people that are being diabolically oppressed is somewhere between 10 and 15% of the population is diabolically oppressed. It's an indicator that the diabolic influence is drastically increasing, and it's increasing for a variety of different reasons. It's increasing because people are doing a lot of evil things. Every mortal sin, this is something I tell people, every mortal sin is an open door to possession. In fact, mortal sin by its nature takes the person out from underneath the authority structure of God and places the person underneath the authority structure of Satan. The proper effect of mortal sin is possession. Now, that doesn't mean that everybody who commits a mortal sin becomes possessed, because even though the person opens the door, God is the one who determines whether the demon gets to step across the threshold. And so that means that by the mercy of God, most people who commit mortal sin do not become possessed. But the number of evil things that people are doing is opening up the door to demons getting more influence in this life. Then, of course, there's the increase in the occult. We're seeing this all over the place. The amount of occult material, occult activity is drastically on the increase. And as exorcists, we're seeing it across the board. The other thing that we're seeing is, when I first started doing exorcism, well, let's just back up. Before 1963, the average time to liberate someone from full possession was 1 to 2 days.
Could this explain why people are quote unquote getting shit like this? Shit like that. Let me pause on that. Y'all see what that is? Ain't that shit crazy? Y'all let y'all kids play with this? I don't give a damn if we find out with clarity that it was like, oh, you can talk to extraterrestrials and stuff and they can't do nothing to you. Even if they couldn't, I wouldn't want them doing that. That shit is weird. So it just baffles me that somebody was sitting at their big ass job. Robert, appreciate you. At their big ass job, and they just like, yeah, we're gonna make a Ouija board for children. That's what we're gonna do. That's just, yeah. And everybody was going for it. Yes, good job. We're gonna give you a raise, man. This is a brilliant idea. No, it's because they understand that they got people weak and stupid. They got people weak and fucking dumb, and they buy their kids anything.
I'm sure you've seen the movie.
They didn't have to remove the parents from the homes to have them at work all the time. They just have to take over their brains. Pretty much, you're possessed by who? The GOV?
Stargate. Exactly same thing, except the frame is square, not round.
With it looking like water?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anybody tell you what that is?
You said it's fake? Okay, well, it better be fake.
Portal.
Only that it takes you from point A to point B. There's several portals on this planet that I know of, that I've been told of. That I know of that's been traveled through many times is at the heart facility.
Look at this right here, y'all. It looks like there is something coming out of it. Look at that. It looks like land is rising, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe the South Antarctic anomaly again, something like that. But you guys know the story or the history of Lake Michigan, right? Right? The nickname for Lake Michigan is Lake Michigan Graveyard. Did you know that there are over 10,000 boats and vessels and over 30,000 people that have been caught drowning in Lake Michigan? Did you guys know that? They called it Lake Michigan Graveyard. Not only that, but as of recently, look, Atlantis under a Michigan lake, they found a prehistoric structure in Lake Michigan, you guys. They are calling it Stonehenge because they don't want to throw people off. But look, to create structures like Egyptian pyramids or British Stonehenge. The definition of Stonehenge is literally a prehistoric megalithic structure. You know what I'm saying? So that could be anything, a big rock. But what they are saying is they just found a pyramid under Lake Michigan. Now, I don't know how true this is, y'all, but take a listen to this.
Have you heard that a gigantic pyramid just popped up from nowhere under Lake Michigan and scientists saw something terrifying inside? No way. Yo, check this out. Just last week, a bunch of researchers from Detroit decided to dive deep to explore what's under the lake. Little did they know, they were about to hit the jackpot of weird. They gear up, and as they're sinking deeper, they start hearing these bizarre noises no one's heard before, even though they've traveled around these parts loads of times. Oh, yeah. They shrugged it off and kept going. But then, bam, Out of the blue, they spot this massive structure chilling in the distance. So the crew hops out for a closer look, running tests on the thing, and here's the kicker. The material itself doesn't match anything on our planet. Oh my god. It's like some alien architect swung
I don't buy that one, that it ain't come from here.
by and left us a little souvenir. They're all freaking out because, hello, this is uncharted territory.
Now, again, I don't know how true this is because they do things behind our back and they don't tell us anything, you guys. Remember, they just leave us in the dark. But it says more confusion has been added to this long-standing mystery with the discovery of an enigmatic prehistoric structure beneath the U.S. Lake Michigan. So they're probably finding a whole bunch of things down there, and they're not telling us about anything because they want to keep us in the dark. They don't want us to know what's really happening around the world, y'all. But this right here is something to look into because there's changing happening all over our planet, and this right here is a big deal. Not just because of what Lake Michigan is known for, but what is coming out of that lake. What is coming out of that lake?
I don't know if you guys heard, but science just discovered a gigantic ocean underneath our Earth's crust.
You remember they found the lake before, right? That it was a dense lake underneath the ocean, but now they found the ocean.
It's about 2,000 miles below the Earth's surface, and it is estimated to be 3 times the size of all of our oceans combined. Just let that sink in. And this ocean is kind of being wedged between this mineral called ringwoodite. This is the mineral. It's pretty.
When they opened the tomb of the Pharaoh, they bring about more problems than they can account for. Those tombs were sealed for a reason. Seeing as how many books were hidden from us, there had to be an agenda. You can take a moment to pause and read. Just to let you know, it's never been about the greaterness or betterness of mankind. Everything up until this point was to serve their master. As you can see, it's a lot more than you know. There's a reason why they make movies they call Pack with the Devil. There's a reason they came in Sauce 90 when he put y'all on game and told you what was going on underwater. Yeah, real sirens. There's a reason why I showed you the 1988 Lizard Man in Lee County, South Carolina, and it was on my throat. There's some things they do not want revealed. See, the thing is, they get scared when you get too close to pulling the lid off the Pandora's box. They're so busy worried about being held accountable, but they're never worried about us knowing the truth. Remember, common sense and discernment doesn't fall from trees, nor does it grow from one. Keep God first. Peace.
So DARPA released a new photo of the Manta, which is an unmanned submersible. And look at the size of that freaking thing compared to that boat. It is big. Actually, you see that Northrop Grumman symbol right there. Northrop Grumman actually posted this on their page today. I actually made a video about this not long ago about how there was a lot of capabilities that this thing has, including potentially using geothermal ability to absorb energy from the ocean's warmth and possibly other means as well. It's also going to have the ability to sit in a low power state stationary on like the seabed floor and wait for certain things to rendezvous or pass by. It's also going to have high-tech detection methods, so that way it can detect ships or submersibles or anything else really that they want. Either way, this thing's going to be pretty gnarly, and it's going to be capable of carrying payloads as well, though they didn't specify what kind of payload. So we'll have...
Astronauts doesn't study space. They study underwater.
Look, you already know how I go over here. Like this is short, that's nothing new to us yet, right? But we're gonna keep building though.
There are scuba divers pretending that their CGI photos are real. Moon landing is a joke. Most astronauts use CGI images with green screen to deceive humanity of hiding what's really real. Scuba divers constantly checking oxygen levels while keeping in contact what's above them. If you do your research, scuba divers only have 45 minutes to 1 hour of oxygen with full tank. Astronaut suits are not capable of supplying oxygen for 68 hours. Again, astronauts trained underwater, not outer space. Some of the photos of their spacewalks now equipped with snorkel. Are you kidding me? No one ever goes out the Earth. Not even a rocket of Elon Musk can penetrate the firmament. Every time Elon Musk pushed up rockets, it just became a water waves. Because what's above, so below. What's below, so above. Down is water, up is water. I believing astronauts are floating outside the Earth. Come on, give me a coffee. I'm totally awake. And I'm also a scuba diver, so I know all these things.
So I just came across this video of these deep sea divers coming across this megalithic, ginormous dinosaur crab. And we know that it's new creatures that's under the ocean that has not been.
This nigga said dinosaur crab. I feel you though. Look, that's a big ass crab, y'all. Hey, it's the reason why they starting to come out and tell all this stuff, man. Talk about the oceans that's underneath the oceans. The bigger ocean. How you find a bigger ocean? How do you find a lake under the ocean? How do you find more dense water inside the ocean that you can't even push inside of? I mean, I'm just saying you can't make this stuff up, man. But let's continue.
Discovered here, right? And we know that a lot of stuff hasn't been discovered yet. But this is the size of a submarine, the size of a small ship, boat, whatever you want to call it. And y'all want to know the craziest part about this video? Is this not the first time that I've seen something like this? Who remember when this gargantuan lobster claw washed up on the shore? Y'all remember this video that I did a minute ago? And better yet, what ate it? Some people say that we only discovered about 10% of the ocean. And I keep seeing mysterious stuff that's happening under the ocean like this dinosaur crab. And I'm already know what y'all thinking about in the comments. I don't want to hear grab the garlic and the butter. Get out of town, hungry man.
Have you ever heard of sunbathing your yoni?
And then you got people like this that's losing their damn minds, y'all. This is why we stupid right here.
We have people who
get out of town, hungry man.
Have you ever heard of sunbathing your yoni?
We have people.
This is what's wrong with us.
Who are recording themselves going outside, laying on the ground, and pointing their private parts to the sky. Meanwhile, you won't create content because you don't think that anyone would be interested in the things that you have to say.
Somebody said baked kitty. Yeah, baked kitty, anybody?
But we have people who are getting 10 million views for teaching people how to sunbathe their cooter, their yoni. 10 million views for teaching people how to sunbathe their cooter. They're getting paid for teaching people how to sunbathe their cooter.
We have to protect our children at all costs.
All right, so what's your name? Abby. Do you have a boyfriend? No. Okay, check this out. Look, if you tell me the craziest secret you never told your parents, and if I find it crazy, I'll give you $500 cash right now.
How many followers do you have?
Well, I'm just starting off right now.
Something my parents don't know is that I'm a sociopath.
What do you mean?
I go to restaurants and I poison the ketchups and the condiments and the tables.
So what do you mean you poison the condiments? What do you mean?
I put rat poison in the ketchups and the mustards and all that stuff. And then I like to watch the kids eat it. It's funny.
Wait, so you're telling me is you like putting rat poisoning in ketchup bottles, mustard bottles, or whatever type of bottles at restaurants?
That's right.
Yes, you could go to jail for this, right? You submitted to a crime.
Oh.
What happened if your parents in this video?
They won't.
As parents, be overprotective. Be that mom. Be that dad. Be overcautious. There's people like that literally exist in this world.
There's nothing more Midwesty than cannibal sandwiches, aka raw beef sandwiches. Basically, you're taking some rye bread, topping it with pepper jack cheese, raw ground beef, onions, salt, and pepper. This is super traditional old school.
Midwest shit my ass. I ain't never heard that.
Super traditional. Nigga, traditional wear. Where's that traditional at? Are we losing our minds though? You know, I know we look at weird shit on these videos and stuff like this though, but I'm clearly not losing my mind because I can clearly see that these niggas they lost their mind. The other one that was before this, she was frying her cooter cat in the sun, getting 10 million views. Who's watching that? What's wrong with you niggas? If I see one of my friends watching her videos, we're not gonna be friends no more because that's just too weird for me. But then on top of that, we got the girl with the condiments and stuff like that. Like you need to be in prison for the rest of your life, because you are a menace to society. You are a danger to society, and you one of those people. And then this burger shit. Where is that? Where are they doing that at? Where's this staple at? I want to know so I could just not go there.
I've been Midwest 29 years. Ain't never heard of it. You know what that is? You already can read my lips. You know what I'm gonna say? That's white people shit. Fuck eating raw ground beef sandwiches around here. Damn, she in part of Wisconsin ain't never even heard of. Stonewall, whatever the fuck that shit said.
Hey, look. My white people in this motherfucker tonight was probably like, oh shit. Like this is that percentage of people that you just want to like push out your group and shit. Get these niggas up out of here, man. Making us look bad. Yeah, I feel you though. White, y'all eating that at the crib though, and y'all not telling us something.
Never heard of. So what the fuck do you got going on? Related to Jeffrey Dahmer or some shit? Because what the fuck? Raw ground beef sandwiches? Nothing about that sounds appealing. Nothing. Why do you even want to eat some raw food? Like I don't even understand people who eat sushi, but raw ground beef, no flavor, no nothing. You gonna have nerve to put some onions on top of that motherfucker? She barely bit into that motherfucker. So you ain't finna tell me this is a Midwest classic and only you know about it. They probably in the kitchen cooking that shit like this bitch said she want what? She want a raw ground beef sandwich. Not serving her that. You probably have to sign a waiver to get that shit. Because if she gets sick, then what? She sue the restaurant? Raw ground beef sandwich. It's a Midwest thing. No, the fuck it's not. Fucking lying. Bullshit.
Why?
Lying. Bullshit.
Nigga, why?
Listen, there are limits that we just have to put on society now. There just are limits. There's limits.
Hello, how you doing? I'm Doctor Now. And boy, he got a lot on his mind. I know. I'm supposed to be here talking about the unhealthy food he's eating and all the calorics that's in it. But look at that motherfucker head. I mean, shit. He might got 2 brains up in that motherfucker. You can't lie to him about shit. He remember everything. I mean, with a head that massive, you got to have some form of telepathy, psychic powers. You should be able to move some shit with your mind, motherfucker. Is your mother still with us? If you came out head first or head last, either way, your mama needed hip surgery after. I mean, the last time you had a headache, you almost died. I bet you ain't never want no goddamn head. And whoever cut your hair had to charge you about a square foot. The last time you had an epiphany, they had to take you to the emergency room. I'm sure there's some shit loose up there. I bet you shake his head real fast and sound like a goddamn marble in that bitch. I mean, you look like Super Saiyan 4, yo guy.
He said you look like Super Saiyan 4, yo Gotti. Yo, come on now. Look, people have obviously lost their mind in so many different ways, though. But the girl takes the cake with the sandwich, though, and the girl frying her yanni in the sun. But the head thing is crazy.
So, are these the extremes that people are willing to go through in order to have what?
Yep.
For what, y'all? What is this about? Can somebody please explain what is this? Demons that affects your eye. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Can y'all? This is a real eye. This is what the optometrist sees, y'all. Like there is something going on with their eyes. Look at that. You guys ever seen something like that? Hyalosis asteroides is a relatively rare condition that affects the vitreous humor, the gel-like substance that fills the back of the eye between the lens and the retina. Small white, grayish, or spherical deposits resembling tiny stars or asteroids asteroids from within the vitreous humor. These deposits are composed of primarily calcium, soaps, or fatty acids and are believed to be remnants of degenerated cells or cellular debris. It states that it doesn't cause any symptoms or vision are composed of the back of the... Oh my goodness, steroids. Like literally, for real, this is literally a medical condition that affects your eye. Look,
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Let my eye do some shit like this. Like, nigga, like, what did you do? What do you see? What do you see? Amber, I appreciate you upgrading your membership. You the homie now. I bet. Appreciate you.
Look at that, y'all. Look at that.
Like, I ain't got nothing for this. Though, what do you do?
Oh my goodness.
Okay, y'all, give me a minute. It's going having problems with the internet. It's going around in a circle on my end.
Can y'all? This is a real eye. This is what the optometrist sees, y'all. Like there is something going on with their eyes.
Crazy.
Look at that. You guys ever seen something like that? Hyalosis asteroides is a relatively rare condition that affects the vitreous humor, the gel-like substance that fills the back of the eye between the lens and the retina. Small white, grayish, or spherical deposits resembling tiny stars or asteroids from within the vitreous humor. These deposits are composed of primarily calcium, soaps, or fatty acids and are believed to be remnants of degenerated cells or cellular debris. It states that it doesn't cause any symptoms or vision problems, y'all. But it says in rare cases, particularly when the deposits are densely distributed, they may cause visual disturbances such as floaters or blurred vision. All my life being present on Earth, I've never seen or heard of anything like this. We literally are the universe. We have the stars in our eyes. That's why our eyes look like a galaxy. But that's crazy, y'all. Have you ever seen anything like this? Please let us know down in the comments below, y'all. This is insane. New Earth, new world, here we come, y'all.
Y'all gotta see this.
BHOS, he cool. I mean, they cool. Appreciate you, my boy.
See the spiral? Apparently there were anomalies before all the tornadoes that we just had. And it was recorded in multiple spots. Like epicenter.
Y'all saying those are parasite turds? Oh, I'm gonna have to look more into that. That's crazy. I just know that I ain't getting that shit. Like, you know, that's crazy, but that's parasite. I gotta look more into it now. Y'all gonna make me do a whole video on this type of shit. That's crazy. Got me going. Got the heebie-jeebies going, you know. I ain't never seen a person in person walk up on me and you don't come outside and look at nobody if you got that type of shit going on.
If you will. It's hard to make out the one down here, but we're about to go back up to the top one. Look at this. Look at that spiral. I'm gonna zoom it in.
See that circle right there? Yeah.
Even the governor of Oklahoma said even he had not seen that much destruction. He lives there. Look at this spiral. I was telling y'all, these tornadoes, there is something different about these things.
We're going to have some more tornadoes, and it's going to be some more rain and flood.
Weather anomalies, or radar anomalies.
I told y'all that a year ago. I told y'all that this year it's still going to be a lot more rain, a lot more floods.
And also, do you remember when Oklahoma had those earthquakes last year? Their weather anomaly I showed you then?
They ain't finished.
It's crazy. What is it? What do y'all?
There's a lot more floods coming. A whole lot more floods coming.
In the downtown area of Oklahoma had not been touched.
A whole lot.
We're they've been there basically forever because we don't even know our own.
It's a whole lot.
But besides that fact, you know, tornadoes usually don't come
probably
over
a whole lot of them.
And we're having these anomalies at the same time. And there were over 140 tornadoes in 2 days. No, this was something.
And this is the destruction that's been going on. But the easy way to explain it is, you know, these are solar cycles, you know, like this stuff, it always happens. This is nothing new. I understand that we're new to the planet in these physical bodies right here, but this happens all the time. And the poles shift and, you know, it
The
is what
pole
it is.
shift
We're gonna
is
be seeing
upside
different shit
down.
happen. It's just an amazing time to be
East
alive.
is west and west is east.
Not for some people, but for a lot of people.
I mean, if you looking on a NASA,
Because I couldn't imagine being on the butt end of some of this stuff that we're gonna see on here.
there's a lot
Like,
more
especially with them damn
floods.
tornadoes, though. Them
That's what
shits
I
are gonna keep
seen. A
ramping up, though.
whole
That's the
lot
way
of
it's looking.
floods. Children on top of the cars and houses. I seen it. It's a lot more coming.
Hey, appreciate the
Whole
20.
Okay, you
lot
guys,
more.
this is a very important video. I need you to pay attention because I need your help because we may be stuck in a time loop, a glitch in the matrix. I don't know what's
Check us
going on
out.
over here. One of my followers brought this to my attention. So about 13 years ago, on April 27th, exactly to this date, there was about 360 tornado outbreaks throughout the Southeast region. Remember, today's April 27th. Check this video out.
Today is a day that will always be remembered in our region. It's the anniversary of a tragic event. Welcome into News Channel 11 and ABC Tri-Cities this morning. I'm Karen Jenkins.
And I'm meteorologist Alex Williams. We'll talk this weekend's weather in just a bit, but first we want to take a look back on this date 13 years ago. April 27th, 2011, when 360 tornadoes hit the Southeast during a super tornado outbreak.
That's hard to believe. This all took place between the evening hours of the 27th into the morning hours.
So y'all see that, right? 13 years ago on April 27th. Now watch this. Now this is today.
Let's take a look, a snapshot of April so far as the month. We've had 270 reports of tornadoes. To date average, we typically see about 218. So we are running above average. Now, mind you, as we look back over the past few weeks, we have had a threat of severe weather each and every day so far, with the exclusion of April 5th. That was the only day where we did not have a severe weather threat. Today, we also have a level 4 out of 5 threat for today. Now, this is a part of a multi-day severe weather outbreak. It began on Thursday, and we are now in day 3 of 4. So over the past 2 days, we have experienced 360 severe thunderstorm warnings, 114 tornado warnings, and 2 tornado emergencies spanning a swath of real estate from Texas all the way up into the kind of central and northern high plains, especially Nebraska, Iowa, taking the brunt of the severe weather yesterday. And speaking of Nebraska and Iowa, want to show you what it looked like on visible satellite yesterday afternoon and evening as we had explosive development of these supercells as they raced their way across a very favorable environment. The atmosphere was primed and ready to go for these rotating updrafts to occur and produce violent long tornadoes, some of which were on the ground for miles at a time, over an hour in some locations, and they were very large and unfortunately very destructive. We know there was catastrophic damage in Elkhorn, Nebraska, as well as in Minden, Iowa. Now, the severe reports, again, 393 across much of our nation's midsection, and want to zoom down to show you the number of reports, at least in Nebraska and Iowa, 51 reports of tornadoes. And we were mentioning Elkhorn, catastrophic damage from this very large tornado that moved
Pyro, welcome to the OGs.
right through the western side of the city. And then the city of Modale, the tornado that worked its way through the city, but then eventually broke out. And then also heading over to Iowa, the city of Minden, a very large multi-vortex tornado ripped through Minden, and it was at least a third of a mile wide. And then Harlan, a multi-vortex tornado as well. So again, tornado probability, this is the time of year where we oftentimes see severe weather outbreaks, especially in this part of the country.
Did you guys hear all that? You catch all that?
Damn, what you say? Y'all got hit with the baseball size hail too? Stay on top? But that's crazy. That's crazy. See, look, man.
51
Let me know.
tornadoes.
We got some other size hail too. Let me know if that's happening out there as well.
On one day in Nebraska, that is crazy. Did y'all see what happened to China? Bro, look at this, y'all. Boulder size hail came down raining from the sky, y'all. What? Look at that. Look at these are boulders, y'all. This was today. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. Did y'all hear that? It sounded like gunshots going off. Oh my goodness, man, yo. In some places, the hail wasn't as big, but this particular spot over here seen huge boulders of ice coming from the sky.
Jamie's, if you don't look, one thing we do on here, we get shit straight. If you don't fuck with what you like on here, then leave. If you think my jokes are lame, then leave. Nobody's forcing you to be here. The lamest thing you can do is be here and thinking somebody's jokes and stuff is lame and criticize it. You're the one that's doing yourself a disservice. Why even be here? Stop being an idiot. Leave. I think my people already put your ass in the corner already though, because they already knew I was gonna hop on your head. Like, stop being lame. That's lame as hell. If you don't vibe with what we got going on over here, just leave. Nigga, I'm not trying to. Obviously, if I'm not funny to you or if you don't enjoy it, be somewhere else. What's wrong with you people? That's part of the video today. Stop being a dumbass. If you don't like it, leave. If the vibe don't suit you, leave. Don't nobody care. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. You've been here secretly watching. No, we're gonna address this person. You've been here watching, and you're getting mad because I'm talking on my platform that you own. Make your own fucking channel if you want to criticize about some shit about somebody talking. Like, it's crazy. You came to the right place. Now you're gonna be forever silenced. Shut your ass up.
Y'all, like, what is that about? Could that be like the frozen, chemicals like that's coming down? That's crazy, y'all. Yo, what is going on?
Nah, we the adults here. We got to put the children in their place. Go stand your ass in the corner right now. We don't do that over here. You get A-Town stumped on. What are you talking about? I got time for that. Like, that's like, obviously y'all get it. That's like one of my worst pet peeves. Somebody being somewhere that they don't want to be. Like, that's the most dumb shit you can do.
I'm getting sleepy. I don't think I'm gonna watch that. I don't think I'm gonna put up the other TikTok, y'all. I don't.
What the fuck is going on at the Marshall Islands? As you can see here, there's a critical airspace warning and extreme radiation hazard. But that's not the weirdest thing about this situation, okay? As you can see here, the airspace north of the airport.
Y'all see me watching the comments. I'm trying to see if she got sat in the corner or not. Because if she say something else, when I get her, she gonna be permanently banned.
Its runway should be avoided at all costs as it poses a significant risk to life. In order to mitigate these dangers, all flights are directed to utilize southern approach and departure routes instead. This information has been provided by the International Civil Aviation Organization. But wait! This is a critical no-TAM warning, okay? This is the area where everything's occurring.
You said you needed context for which one? Look, I was watching the comments on that last one, so don't hold me to that one.
Right now, okay? Potential for loss of life. Now, do know this has been renowned for being a big location for testing nuclear weaponry. So could that be what it is, or could it just be Godzilla? Not laying any claims or anything, but it's highly ironic with all the Godzilla movies coming out. And then when you take the social media platforms, you can't find a lot of information on it, but you can find a lot of conversations like these. No idea what this could be, possible leak from military testing. But ironically, a U.S. Navy
Crystal, welcome to the They Cool
plane happens to be the only thing in the vicinity of this island to begin with. Very large Navy plane, actually. One that's actually capable of dropping something that I can't really describe here on TikTok, because I will be issued with a shit ton of fucking violations. Do know this is censor talk, so you can't actually lay claim to anything being true. But you can provide the necessary resources for the public and allow them to be able to connect the puzzle pieces as well. I don't know. Once again, not laying any claim to anything being true, but this right here is just a tad bit weird. Tad bit ironic considering the situation with Yemen at the moment. And once again, do know if you stand with Israel in these moments of chaos, then you are only supporting a genocide. And the reality around you is soon going to change very drastically. And soon, whether or not you want to be, you'll be pushed out of that comfortable little confinement of a corner in an infrastructural society that your mothers and fathers were forced to build in our supposed leaders' favors. You'll start to realize the truth because the veil of lies is being torn to shreds. People are starting to become awakened, and that's a beautiful thing because now humanity is starting to think outside the box, starting to use cognitive abilities, something that all of our supposed leaders told us from the very start that they didn't want to begin with. They told you that they want workers and not thinkers, and still nobody ever questioned that. Nobody even questions the fact that it took 100 years for our U.S. government to admit that, in quotations, aliens are real. After labeling everybody to be a conspiracy theorist, it's fucking ironic, isn't it? Even though our idea of aliens, our interpretation, our depictions are completely wrong, completely off, there's actually 4 species of different extraterrestrials that have existed within not only our galaxies, but multiple galaxies next to ours. And do know many civilizations, many aspects of technology existed way before humanity's existence. This realm is a training ground. You have to understand that dinosaurs in themselves are proof of that. And isn't it a bit ironic that they even told you that their depictions of what dinosaurs look like are completely off anyway? Regardless of the controversy and conspiracy at hand, this is still a very weird event taking place. And I'm thoroughly curious as to whatever.
What? Y'all get what I'm saying? Y'all, we keep seeing these anomalies happen in the water. I missed one guy's comment. You wanted context on one of those videos. Look, man, I ain't like I said, I was looking at the comments, bro. I was trying to chop somebody's head off. You gotta understand, once I get in that mode, I'm in for the kill. I'm not here to that's why I don't fight people, because if we fight, I'm trying to really do something to you. You feel me?
Extraterrestrials run the motherfucking planet. A race of them. It's a bloodline of them. It's actually they from the Draco star system. It's way more of them than that. You got a lot of different reptilians. They are a whole species, nigga. You got the Chitauri, all right? They got wings. You got the Alpha Draconians. They like 25 feet with wings. You got the Omegas, right? Right? You got the hybrids, which are little. They like about 3, 4, 5 feet Yoda size, nigga. They run around it. When they get deeper than that, you got the insectoid ones that look like insects. Like when they showed you the movie Aliens, that's an actual species.
Hey, do y'all know, cool fact though, Alien, they have a fish that has a mechanism in their throat where the fish can bite you with the teeth, the set of teeth in their throat too, lock you in, and then swallow you with the other mouth. That's just crazy. That's not all fake.
The insectoids.
Put it
that's
on
an actual species. And they as ugly as shit.
Appreciate you, see.
But that's an actual species. And they can't fuck with you, so it ain't no reason to be scared of them. You are more powerful than them. That's what I'm gonna tell you about the reptilians too. They some bitches. They some bitches for real. They just look like that. And they run in droves and hives and shit. They ain't gonna try to fight you. They ain't gonna approach you one-on-one. Why you think ain't too many of us ever seen a draconian reptilian in the flesh? Because they bitches, nigga. For everybody from the streets who in here just learning, let me help them out. They some bitches. Alright? They look tough. They look scary as fuck. But they ain't about none of that life. They ain't trying to do this. You see what I'm saying? We gonna get in there and do this, ain't we, nigga? Nigga, hit me because I'm about to hit you, nigga. Fuck me up because I'm about to fuck you up, nigga. So, we gonna fuck each other up. That's us, ain't it? They ain't like that, y'all. Nigga, you know how y'all know they bitches? I'll be real with y'all. I war with them in the astral realms, nigga, and I keep this on in the physical realm. When they'll try to jump me, nigga. You know, they like to send them little hybrids at you. They'll come at you deep too, nigga. Them hybrids be deep, nigga. They come at your ass 30 strong. Them little motherfuckers come at your ass. You feel me? And then the big ones, they try to use their size to intimidate you, but you bigger than them. Remember, only in this material realm for now is their physical avatar really bigger than yours. In your real form, you way bigger than them. They some bitches, nigga. Nigga, ask yourself this: if they were some gangsters, why you ain't never seen them they real form in your physical self and they run everything? I'm still teaching y'all. I know y'all laughing, but I'm giving y'all insight on this shit because they look scary as fuck, and I can't let y'all move off no fear. I gotta pull their card. You know how it is in the hood when you growing up, right? When the nigga try to act tough and you know he ain't about that. Like, why is he on the internet acting like he a fight when he know in real life he ran in every situation? You know, you see him all the time. Or these niggas you went to high school, like, now they be on the internet. Even grown, won't be 30, 40 talking shit on the internet. But in high school, motherfucker was putting your ass in the locker, motherfucker slapping you all upside your shit. You wouldn't know nothing.
Hey, you know what I know about high school though? Look, all of a sudden, after high school is all done with, after college is done and everything, right? We older now, we in our 30s. People now all of a sudden everybody was athletic in high school. Stop the cap. That shit be that be blowing me. I'm sorry, yo. That be blowing me. Now everybody athletic. They was athletic in high school and they was the big dog that played this and that. That's everybody's story now, and it's just unbelievable. I'm sorry, I had to get that out.
You know what I'm saying? So you couldn't have changed that much. It's just social media, right? Okay, so it's the same thing with these draconian reptilians. They ain't changed. We've been warned with this since the beginning of eons, nigga. Eons.
Kino, appreciate you.
Energy cycles. That's why y'all gotta go watch Star Wars, because it tells you about this war between us and them. But they call in Star Wars, they called us the Sith. Darth Vader and them was on the Sith side. They called us the dark side of the Force in Star Wars, nigga. Why? Because we come from dark matter energy, nigga. Energy doesn't have a good or bad. You make it good or bad. So what the Jedi Knights represented in Star Wars, they had the green swords, Luke Skywalker. Although the Jedi Knights looked like they were stronger in the movie, couldn't none of them beat nobody from the dark side. You ever wondered why, nigga? And theirs was white and red. And green is the heart chakra, so it's within the chakra point. Green vibrates higher. Red is the lowest vibration, right? So ask yourself, like, why did they do that?
They're getting ready to make another Star Wars too, and Luke Skywalker, I think, finished up.
The
It's gonna
truth
come
is
back.
all over the media.
Why would I do that? Because if you don't, you'll tell the world who you really are.
You said, nigga, you said what? You gonna tell the world who I am?
Ready for a fight.
He said, nigga, I was just playing. I'm just saying, though. I'm just saying, though. I'm just saying, though. At the end of the day, this thing is being controlled by who? I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments, man. You know, I just put these things together for us to sit back and have a good time together. That's it. You know, go out here, do your own research, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Come back, tell me what y'all find. I tell y'all what I find. You know, don't take none of this shit as fact. Have any emotions involved in nothing, because what I do is outside. It's no problem. Just look, show appreciation.
Okay, that's the end. Oh, I just seen that, but I did respond to Shady. All right, you all. I'll be back on tomorrow. Oh, it's been a busy day for me. But anyway, I'll be back on tomorrow with zodiac signs, you all. I just want to do some TikTok. Y'all tell me what y'all think about these. Leave a comment and leave a like. This is what helps the algorithm. All right, till next time, y'all. Buenas noches, au revoir, arrivederci, avida same, walaikum salam. All right, y'all. Till next time, grow rosebuds, grow.